Most people misunderstand self-discipline. They imagine it as force, pressure, control. They picture someone waking up early through pain, pushing themselves when they don't want to, suppressing emotions, grinding through life. And because of this image, many people reject discipline. They say, I don't want to live like a robot. I want freedom. I don't want to be too strict. But here is the truth that almost no one explains. Self-discipline is not about controlling your life. It is about changing how your brain experiences life. And once you understand what discipline actually does inside the brain, you stop fearing it, you stop resisting it, and you begin to see why disciplined people often feel calmer, lighter, and more free than everyone else. Let's begin with something simple. Imagine two people. Both wake up at 7 a.m. The first person wakes up and immediately checks their phone. Messages, notifications, news, social media. Their brain instantly starts reacting. What should I reply? What does this mean? Why does this make me feel anxious? Before they even leave bed, their mind is already working. The second person wakes up at 7 a.m. too, but they do the same thing every morning. They sit up, they drink water, they open the window, they breathe. They move their body lightly, no thinking, no decisions, no negotiation. Now here's the important part. Both people use the same amount of time. Both woke up at the same hour, but their brains experience the morning completely differently. This difference is not personality. It is not motivation. It is not willpower. It is discipline shaping the brain's workload. The brain does not care about success. It does not care about happiness. It does not care about your goals. The brain cares about predictability and safety. Uncertainty is expensive for the brain. Every decision costs energy. Every choice creates friction. Every unknown triggers stress. When your life is unpredictable, your brain stays alert. When your life is chaotic, your brain stays tense. Self-discipline quietly removes uncertainty, not by force, but by repetition. When you wake up at the same time every day, your brain stops asking questions. When you eat similar meals, your brain relaxes. When you follow routines, your brain begins to trust the environment, and trust is the beginning of calm. Most people try to change their life using willpower. They say, from tomorrow I'll be disciplined. But willpower is not a stable resource. Willpower depends on sleep, mood, stress, blood sugar, emotional state. This is why people feel strong in the morning and weak in the evening. Self-discipline is not willpower. Self-discipline is environmental engineering. It changes what the brain expects. When something becomes routine, the brain no longer debates. There is no argument. There is no resistance. The brain simply follows the pattern. This is why discipline feels hard in the beginning and effortless later. People often say, disciplined people love the gym. This is false. Disciplined people don't love the gym. Their brains simply stop fighting the idea. At first, the brain resists. This is uncomfortable. This costs energy. This is unfamiliar. But after repetition, something changes. The brain creates a shortcut. Gym comes after work. Movement is part of the day. No motivation is required anymore. The brain doesn't ask, do we want to do this? It says, this is what we do. That shift is not mental toughness. It is neural efficiency. Here is something important. People think discipline creates stress. In reality, lack of discipline creates stress. When life is unstructured, you don't know when you'll work. You don't know when you'll rest. You don't know when things will get done. The brain stays on alert. Cortisol remains elevated. You feel tired but restless, busy but unproductive. Discipline reduces stress by making life predictable. Predictability tells the brain, you are safe. Nothing unexpected is coming. That message alone reduces anxiety. This is why soldiers, monks, and athletes often feel calm even in difficult environments. Their lives are structured. The brain relaxes when it knows what comes next. Imagine someone who overthinks constantly. They lie in bed at night replaying conversations. They worry about the future. They feel mentally exhausted. Now imagine that person adds one disciplined habit. They write tomorrow's plan every night at the same time. Just 10 minutes. Same notebook, same pen, same place. What happens? The brain no longer needs to keep everything active. It trusts the system. Overthinking reduces, not because the person became wiser, but because the brain was relieved of responsibility. Discipline is delegation. You delegate thinking to structure. Freedom is often misunderstood. People think freedom means infinite choice, but infinite choice overwhelms the brain. When everything is optional, nothing feels grounded. Discipline removes unnecessary choice. You don't decide when to wake up. You don't decide whether to work. You don't decide when to rest. Those decisions are already made. This frees mental energy. That energy returns as creativity, focus, emotional stability. Discipline does not limit freedom, it protects it. Here's another important shift. The brain loves identity. When you repeatedly act in a disciplined way, the brain updates its self-image. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who keeps promises. I am someone who finishes things. This reduces internal conflict. When your actions match your identity, the brain stops fighting itself. This alignment feels peaceful. It feels like confidence, but it is simply consistency. Many people confuse discipline with self-punishment. They use discipline as a weapon. I must suffer to be worthy. I must force myself. This approach backfires. The brain associates discipline with pain. Resistance increases. True discipline is neutral. It is not emotional. It is not aggressive. It is gentle repetition, like brushing your teeth. No drama, no guilt. Just done. Imagine a disciplined brain during a normal day. It wakes up calmly, no debate. It moves through tasks without resistance, no inner argument. It rests without guilt, no anxiety. The brain spends less time negotiating and more time simply experiencing life. This is the real benefit of discipline. Not success, not productivity, but mental quiet. Most people never stay consistent long enough. They quit during resistance. They think resistance means something is wrong. In reality, resistance means rewiring is happening. The brain is adjusting. If you stay consistent long enough, resistance fades and calm replaces it. Self-discipline does not make life harder. It makes life quieter. It does not demand force. It demands patience. And once the brain learns the pattern, it rewards you with peace. Self-discipline is not about becoming perfect. It is not about control. It is about creating a life that your brain can relax inside. When the brain feels safe, clarity returns. When clarity returns, effort becomes natural. And when effort is natural, life stops feeling heavy. This is not motivation. This is understanding.